I'm so happy that you are all here. I've been to many Jerusalem prayer breakfasts the last year, since Stockholm. Last year I've been to many places. Copenhagen, New York, Mar-a-Lago, and I don't know if I remember all. Jerusalem, of course, and now here. And it's, like Inja said, it's at the right time. I was in Jerusalem the 7th of October. I woke up with my hotel shaking, the alarm sounding, and I didn't understand what it was, because I've been to Israel many times. I never experienced this kind of alarms, and I never heard that rockets were coming to Jerusalem. So our plane got canceled. I was supposed to leave that same day, and we had been there for the Feast of Tabernacles. And so I stayed in Israel for some days. I reported for our newspaper, Norge i dag, which is the most pro-Israel newspaper in Norway, by the way. Yes. And it was horrible to see what had happened. We didn't understand it at first. We heard that there were terrorists coming across the border, but we didn't know there were thousands of terrorists, and we didn't know the civilians were coming and participating in the horrific massacre, and we didn't know the extent of the terror operation by the Hamas. They intended to take also Jerusalem. And but you could feel the trauma, the sadness, the cry from Israel, and we had to go to bomb shelters together with the Israelis, and they were saying to us, "Why are you here? You are not Israeli." But we were like, "Well, why are you here?" "Well, we live here." So they were like, this is us. We have to deal with this. But why are you here? When we were on the streets and met people. And you could feel that, and they were saying to us, we are going to win. They were saying in the beginning, with sadness. And we were feeling the strong Israeli soul in this. But the horrific thing when we got back home is to see how our government dealt with these horrific acts. While other countries lit up their buildings in the Israeli flag, Norway did not do that. But a couple of days after, the Labour Party lit up their building with a Palestinian flag. Our dear King Harald, he wanted to give his condolences to Israel, but he was denied by the foreign ministry. Instead, the Norwegian government rewarded Hamas with a Palestinian state, which never existed, by the way. And our Prime Minister, Jonas Gahr Støre, he has said that he wants to arrest Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu if he ever sets his foot on Norwegian ground. And the same with Yoav Gallant. And our excellent Israeli ambassador, Avi Nir Feldklein, he felt he had to leave the country because of all the anti-Israeli politics from the government. And our foreign minister is now banned from entering Israel. So it's horrible. And instead of the Israeli ambassador, we now have the Taliban coming here with an embassy. And I just want to say that Norway wasn't always like that. Because at the 7th of October 2024, we opened an exhibition by the journalist Ivar Fjell, and it showed the good Israel-Norway relations throughout history. And did you know that the first UN secretary, the Norwegian Trygve Lie, he supported Israel, and there was a picture of him together with David Ben-Gurion at his office in the UN. And there was pictures of Golda Meir in Norway as the fourth Prime Minister of Israel. She was in Oslo. And this exhibition showed all the sympathy for Israel. The sympathy started with a plane crash where many 27 Jewish children that were supposed to come to a camp in Norway from Tunis, actually, and they were supposed to be replaced in Israel. But they died in a plane crash, so the sympathy in Norway grew after that. And the Labour Party even started a kibbutz in Israel to give support to the families. So I know my time is short here, so I just want to finish with a fun fact. Did you know that the Norwegian language contains of many Hebrew words? Did you know that Håkon, which is the name of the crown prince, that's from the Hebrew word Hakoan, which means the priest. And the name for king, which in old Norwegian language, and also my mother said it like this, Konja, that means Yahweh's king. So that's Konja, which is king, Konga in Norwegian. And there's many, many more examples. I read a book from a professor from the University of Oslo about this. And there's also many places in Norway named after Hebrew. So I think our connections are deep, both in our religion, which we share the same book, but also in the heritage. And we for sure need to stand together with those that are on the right side of history. So I thank you that you are here. Remember to not only pray for Israel, but pray for Norway, because we need it desperately. Thank you so much.